Weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, the ball. Alert, 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 alert.
Now Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180. Pistol.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't going nowhere. Kings. Hey, high 7. Run. 58, boys, 58.
Mayfield with it once more. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He juked him. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Switch gears.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
180.
58, come on. Hey, here I come.
Tiger. Hey, hold it.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Regular. I got it.
First down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
In your face.
On first down, it's Gurley. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
53 to Mike. 50.
Hey, exit.
And we got to get to the ball.
Where goes up?
Let's convert it. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
180.
54. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Set. 180.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
One touch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Landry the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd. Down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
58, right over there, yeah.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. From the gun, here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Cut. 180.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Check 26. Check 26.
Cut.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Real. Hey, zoom.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Done.
Here's Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, following the penalty, Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, you're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And now running right through it. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. On is the punter, Hekker, as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Up, left.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Go. I got it.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Hurry, hurry.
We got motion.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hurry, hurry.
58 to Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield to throw it. Going deep here for Landry. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Hey, C6.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the curve.
And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards the pickup there.
Complete to Antonio Callaway. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Get that quarterback. And all
Real.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
58, Mike. Hey, wahoo! 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 67 yards.
First down, Rams.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
36, 34 now.
Out of the gun. Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
You got it. Cut. 120. Go. Man left. 4 down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
It's now 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check. Kill.
Point it right.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
58, boys, 58, 58. Come on.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Browns first down. First and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll give it to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They come out here in the eye. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Mayfield keeps it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff now to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
12, 12. 14. 14. Hey, Alpha.
Now Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Value 3. Value 3. Hey, Echo.
53. Mike. Here we go. Check.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
SOS. King.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away.